Poppy trying to run away, but his invisibility not working. And yeah, we could pick up from right there.
Seeing just kind of, everything that just transpired, uh, Kabi is honestly probably just going to just kind of sit there and wait to see what happens next.
To actually paint the scene, Kabi's kind of off on his own. Like you said, you plop down and you're just silent.
Yeah.
Olo would have been next to Thal, who was just getting done with stopping him from shooting Kabi. Basil just had Minmar drop Truth Bomb with the Ruby, saying, "No, Ruby's got to stay." Minmar just weakly went back into his box, so Basil's like kind of standing separately, perhaps. Amelia broke down because of seeing her face scratched out, and she's cried uncontrollably. Penelope is currently silent, and those two are standing separately from each other. Does that accurately capture the scene?
That's as far as my knowledge.
Yeah, that's about what I remember.
And the picture is kind of just discarded on the ground in front of Amelia.
Okay. Well, Penelope would speak up then and to say, I guess it's I guess we should head back now.
Yes, right, of course. Not that I'm not glad you're all right, Olo and Amelia, but might I ask, how exactly did you get out of there?
Melee just kind of looks so.
Amelia, what did you bargain? What did you give?
Nothing.
A
There
freebie?
was
Did Herrenball offer you a freebie, as he said?
I just offered myself a chat.
Did you repeat that?
She said she just offered herself a chat.
Does Amelia appear to be telling the truth on that front?
You can roll and find out if you'd like.
Love to. Let me open up my character sheet.
As far as you are aware, she is telling the truth.
Well, that is good.
Wait, Armball was here?
No, but just kind of goes, who is Hornball?
Is
A
that
devil.
is that what that voice was referring to in the cave? Why our magic didn't work?
The
What?
magic was affected, it seemed, by some of the, or at least it felt as if something in the cave itself was dampening it. The rocks, minerals, who knows? It would have to be studied further, but it seems this mine has some magic silencing capabilities.
There were traces of the stones we found in the mana in the quarry. Most of it has been dug out, but specks remain. Stone, whatever it is, it certainly has magical effects. I don't
Was
know.
there
I don't know how it would impact your magic, though, Thal.
was there anything else down there besides these stones?
Bartholomew's corpse.
Wow. Great.
Penelope just kind of covers her mouth to that.
Does that reaction seem genuine?
You're free to give me an insight check if you'd like. Yeah, she is genuinely shocked.
No,
Well,
did
there goes that lead.
stabbed through the back by this dagger. Fortunately, nothing very signature about it that give us a lead. But it hasn't been too long since he's been killed. I don't have my mother's instincts when it comes to medicine and general the health of others, so I don't know how long exactly. Not fully decomposed at the very least.
It seems we all have much to discuss. This picture you've brought back, I'm sure, has a story behind it, as well as the sudden death of Bartholomew. Perhaps he was working with Caius in some fashion for these stones. Perhaps the thing in the vault has to do with them. I do not know, but all of this can't simply be a coincidence.
What we assume might be in the vault. We are still taking a risk. But it seems like there could be something. What time of day is
Oh,
it?
and we also confirmed that Hetzel from the note was Lord Drake's wife and their mother.
To answer your question, it's very late in the night. Like, very late.
We should probably get some rest to sleep on this, but I did want to ask. And you do not have to answer it, Penelope and or Amelia. This picture, can this give us any insights as to what's happening around here? With Caius, Ptolemy, the construction of the tower? Or is this a separate issue that we can deal with later? As painful as it might be.
Penelope kind of just kneels down and grabs the picture. A separate issue.
Does she seem truthful?
Yeah, she seems truthful. Just going off your last insight check.
Okay. I don't wish to pry into family matters, so we shall leave it at that for now.
Have we decided to stay where we currently are, or do we wish to again move under the assumption that they know where we are?
I think moving would be wise. Unless Tomorrow we go all in. The gods create a distraction, we go to the vault. Whatever's in the vault we might use as a bargaining chip to get Caius out of here.
Did we not want to study what you found in the mine first?
I quite
What would
frankly
we
don't.
study? Say more, Copy. What is your thought there?
Well, I mean, the ruby and the stones reacted. It seems as if there was magic dampening properties down there. Uh, Bartholomew was dead down there. It seems like that is a piece of this puzzle, a big piece, and it might be worth another look with all eyes present and, you know, focused on that.
So you think a second look in the mines to see what's down there might give us a trail to follow?
I mean, what's the harm in not looking? I mean, what's the harm in looking, at least?
On issue of time, I think let's sleep on it. I don't have the skills necessary to really know what's down there. I suppose you guys could nip down there before we rest, or you tackle it in the morning, while I help them find a new place to settle.
Well, Sal's a wizard and a dwergar, so I'm sure he knows a bit about stones and stones' magical properties.
Did you all want to do that tonight, or wait till the morning?
I can attempt to see what I can glean from the mines tonight. I am of a mind to go with Holo's second plan, and let us be done with this city. We only have a day longer before these, what did you call them, Holo? The Green Circle arrive, and we still don't know how close they are to breaking open that vault. Once the vault is opened, I feel as though this will end regardless. The less time we spend with this, the more time we have to solve this problem once and for all. We could go tomorrow in force, have a distraction caused, get to the vault, unlock it, and see what all the fuss is about. In the best case scenario, we find exactly what they're looking for and have a large bargaining chip. The worst case scenario, we don't find anything particularly useful in the moment, but we might also find Caius and have a chance to take him out of the equation.
I think vault, and then we'll pivot to what's necessary. But again, if we can avoid killing villagers, I would sleep better. Plus, I would want to see this community be intact. I don't want it to be destroyed.
I will say that that is a optimistic view of what might happen. Although I would ready yourselves for the bloodshed. If we cannot sway this suggestion over the people, they will attack us on his orders. And I have no need to die by the blade of a farmer.
I will consider your cynicism, mix it with my optimism, and hopefully we'll come at a reasonable mindset. But I think we all agree that we are not to die here.
Agreed. I'll see what I can learn from this mine for the moment.
Yeah, take a look. I will help Amelia to her quarters. And thou, Basil, thank you.
Anytime.
What? Yes, of course.
Hate to see your well manicured fingers, Basil, to be rendered so scratched after pulling rock. So again, thank you.
Kind of like looks down at his hands, noticing for the first time. Yes, well, we thought you were in trouble.
I'm flattered. Polo will take Amelia to wherever sleeping quarters are while Al plus others investigate the mines.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I
Looks
doubt Kabi will be welcomed with Basil or Thal to go explore the mine, so he'll just hang back.
I think Valorant might. I don't know if Basil would want to explore the mines after all that.
Yeah, Basil's a little distracted at the moment. Kind of half in the conversation.
Yeah, I guess Valorant will. He'll start moving towards the mines. Um, I guess Well, I mean, they cleaned it out. So yeah, he'll start moving towards the mines and go to where Holo said Bartholomew's body was and just start investigating the area, seeing if he can pick up any magical traces or just anything he might be able to learn.
As he's walking away, Basil will just kind of ask, are you all right going alone, Aaron? I certainly accompany you if necessary.
Uh, Perhaps your genie or companion might have some inquiries or insight. If you are up to it, by all means. It seems as though you have a lot on your mind.
Yes, well, with the day's events and all. He kind of looks at the direction of the cave entrance, a little warily. We should investigate and learn everything that we explore. And again, kind of looks back to Kabi. Would you like to join us? Though I understand if you don't.
Uh yeah. Uh okay.
Just keep your hands out of your pockets, shall we?
That will gain a eye roll from Kabi, but he will hold his hands up and kind of wave them around, showing that they're out of his pocket.
Head on in.
So you guys do find yourselves heading into the tunnel. Uh by always describe to me what you guys are trying to do here. What are you trying to find? How are you trying to find it? How are you investing? How are you searching? How are you perceiving? What are you doing?
I think Basil would also request that Penelope comes with them as well. Being familiar with Bartholomew and everything. You might see something we don't.
Well, RP.
Um, Lady Penelope, please. If you wouldn't mind accompanying us as well. Familiarity with Bartholomew might glean some insight
kind of looks over to her distraught sister and hold out and looks back at you and says, "If you feel unnecessary,
I I understand your desire to be elsewhere. Olo has taken good care of her until now, so she can survive another few minutes without us.
suppose you're right." Okay. He just kind of just looks to you, although and says, "I leave my sister in your care then."
Yes.
She will follow after you guys. My prior question continues. How are you guys investigating this? Like, are you guys just going step by step through the tunnel? Like, should I re-describe that for you, or are you just going all the way to the end of the hall where the body is?
I think for Thaurin, this is like definitely a bit more of a magical exploration. So he'll probably go to the cave center uh, and start looking around at the rocks, seeing if he can sense any magical capabilities, test. And I guess while he's going, test his magic. So, like, he might try to spark a magical flame, see how potent it is or how weak it is, depending on how close or how far they are from the center, just to see if that's a factor. It's definitely more magical, just trying to understand, like, what effect these rocks might have and, like, things of that nature.
So specifically in the chamber with the fragmented black stones, or just throughout the tunnel?
So throughout the tunnel, he's going to test like magic just to see like how potent it is. Like outside, obviously it works. Once you get inside, once you get closer to the thing, like is there a duller effect? Does it get more once you get closer? But the majority of the exploration is going to be once he's in the center.
As you are traveling through the tunnel, you do see that your magic is working as normal.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Okay.
If we then, I guess Kabi will want to take a look at Bartholomew's body, try to figure out how long he's been dead.
You know what? Let's do it like this. Everyone going through the tunnel, give me a perception check. Now, as you are traveling through the tunnels and you guys are making your way back to the end, you get back past the second bit of rubble that collapsed before you head deeper into the tunnel where they might be. And you see something in the shadows. Can't quite make out what it is. It's there, trying to let's say fade back into being unseen.
Uh,
Interesting.
did y'all see that?
Oh, do I do that in this area? Um, I'm gonna cast message over into that section and just point. I see you there. Come out.
Link message to me. Sorry, just for my own knowledge.
Yeah, that's all good.
I need to check something. you mm, you do get a response back, a very quiet whisper that only you can hear, Thal. And it just goes, just pretend you see nothing.
Says, just pretend you see nothing.
Yes.
Thalron will grin and start walking over in that area.
You gotta close your distance.
Yep.
Okay. As you walk up, what you do see is a rat. It kind of tries to scurry past you.
I'm gonna attempt to stop its pathway and grab it.
You're gonna attempt to grab it. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a, let's say, acrobatics. Need a
Acro.
12 because it's just a rat.
Oh, Jesus. That's gonna be a bit difficult, but let's find out. Yeah, nope.
So that's
Uh,
kind of. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, seeing Sal walk up to this rat and suddenly scurry away. Him try to grab it and fail. Kabi's gonna leap at it and try to snatch it up.
Also, give me an acrobatics check. Yeah, you manage to. So it kind of scurries between Thal's legs as he kind of reaps down, and Thal kind of misses, falls to his knees, and as it's trying to skitter past you, Kabi, you're able to jump up and grab it.
And I'm just gonna hold it out in front of me and just look at Thal. Why'd you try to grab this?
This creature spoke to me in my mind and might not be what it seems.
Ah, okay. Well, hello, Mr. Rat.
Kind of just makes scared rat noises as it tries to wriggle out your hands.
Is there
Well,
anything like does the rat look like a normal rat? Is there anything about like his fur color, markings, maybe he has a scar, maybe its eyes are glowing?
Wow, sounds like you want to investigate the rat.
I do. I'm gonna as I'm holding the rat up, I'm just gonna start kind of giving it a look over.
How would I do that check? That wouldn't be animal handling, right? That would be, you know what? Give me a survival check. See if you can spot the differences between this rat and another.
Yeah. Wow.
Could I argue advantage for him because he spent a good chunk of his time in the mines with other rats and
Yes.
things?
You call him Kabi a rat?
I mean, he might have some rat-like features.
Wow, but yes, I would have grown up around many a rat scurrying over us as we were enslaved to the dragonborns.
I roll my eyes to that. Go ahead. Yeah, advantage is fine.
Oh, I expected the eye rolls. All right, please. Okay.
14 is passable. You do look at this rat and you do see it is not quite a rat, you know? It's got, it seems like its paws are a little longer, there's a red hue in its eyes, little red tint to its furs. Its tail isn't long enough.
What the hell is wrong with you? And
oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I'm just gonna kind of shake it a little bit.
Yeah, you shake it, and it again is just like, rat noises. I can't say rat noise.
No, we need to hear the rat noises.
I don't know how a rat sounds like that.
No,
Something like that.
they like squeak.
Is that what you want to hear, man?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Please stop.
But yeah, while he's shaking it over, Thalron will just roll his eyes, and you'll start seeing electricity start to form along the tips of his fingers as he moves closer to the rat. If you can understand me, I guess he'll do message again while this is going on. If you can understand me, you're about to be in a large amount of pain if you don't reveal your true form.
The rat kind of just continues to squirm, and then you see a second and third rat kind of come from the rubble.
What is this, Baldur's Gate? We got multiple rats now?
Do they all look like this one?
They don't look the same, but they all have key differences from what a normal rat would look like.
Okay. Alrighty. Still holding this rat. Kami's gonna start stepping back and going, Sal, magic.
Yeah, are they swarming towards us, or like are they hostile? What are we looking at here?
You do hear the two rats on the ground start to hiss.
Okay, okay. Uh, we should begin backing out of the tunnel. We don't want to get battered down here. Um, and like seeing like a dagger or something at Kabi's waist, he'll like take it out and hold it up to the rat in his hands. You know, threatening a rat amongst other rats, and then he'll start moving backwards. Basil, be ready to blast any that come closer.
He just kind of nods and flexes his hand a bit. Also, the image in my head for this is absolutely hilarious.
Oh, I'm loving it.
Yeah. Bobby holding a rat out in front of him, Thal have a knife to the rat's neck, and Basil just getting ready to Eldritch Blast as rats emerge from the walls. Wow.
Basil, we'll say two more rats appear behind you and hiss.
Wonderful, they appear to be surrounding us. And he'll kind of like put his back up against Valren's and watch the ones behind them.
I could always use the ruby, and I'll chuckle at my joke.
We wish to talk. You obviously have the means. I am prepared to kill you all if I need to, but all you need to do is communicate.
Sal, why do you think the rat can talk?
It spoke before. Should be able to do now. Again, he'll turn towards it or turn towards any of them and point and cast message.
The one that you're holding goes, all you had to do was let me go. You foolish miscreant. Unhand me, and you may yet live.
Is he saying that just to Thal?
Yeah, whisper, I believe only Thal can hear that.
Yeah. And then he'll cast message again. Listen, unless you and your brethren wish to die here, which I assure you you will, all you need to do is answer some questions we might have about the dead one over there and what is significant about this mine, and we will let you live in peace.
We know nothing about the dead here.
Why were you skulking around?
That is also none of your concern.
Well, it seems we're at an impasse as I'm making it my concern. Do you wish for your brethren to die? Do you wish to die?
He stays quiet for a moment. And then he responds, That gift in your pocket should be proof enough. Unhand us.
So you're with him then?
Perhaps.
Very intriguing. It seems you were right, Cobby. Hornball was behind some of this.
Oh, great. So does that mean Amelia is working for him now?
No, more like he put together a scenario in which she would have no choice but to reach out to either her god or to him. If her god didn't answer, he surely would have.
So are we killing the rats?
No, let the rats go. Best not to anger a familiar of a devil.
Uh, okay. Cobby's gonna just toss Mr. Rat back to his rat friends.
This time the rat does speak aloud and says, "Wise of you." And then they all, what was it, five? Scurry off back through the entrance of the mine.
I hate this place. I really, really, really hate this place.
Starting to agree with you.
What was Penelope's reaction to all that?
Oh yeah, she's here.
She just kind of had her sword drawn, not fully drawn, but like half out the hilt in preparation, but just kind of looking in bewilderment until the statement was made. And then she again just goes, "So who's Hornball?"
Hornball is a entity from another plane of existence. He has taken an interest in our little group, and it seems that Amelia, in her frustrated state, may have caught his attentions.
Entity? What kind of entity? What does that mean?
Uh, Probably best to discuss outside of here.
Just kind of looks around at the walls and he looks down for more rats. This goes, "Okay, if you say so."
I am curious as to Haramball's interest in this mine now.
I don't think it was necessarily the mine, but the people in it at the moment, but it could also be correct. Amelia, did you happen to see anything different on Bartholomew?
Amelia is not here.
Penelope, sorry.
You guys have not reached Bartholomew's body yet, so I guess we can just say like, oh yeah, you guys have after that whole interaction, you've skipped down and you're now in the chamber with the bits of black stone kind of glistening in the cave wall, and yeah, she'll start to look at the body. Kind of looks at the wound and says, "Well, whoever killed him is an amateur, that's for sure."
A lot of that going around. How do you mean?
Well, if you look closely, the wounds aren't really precise. Definitely wasn't a guard or anyone who knows how to handle a weapon well.
How was he? He was stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
So if he was stabbed in the back, it means somebody either snuck up on him or he came down here with them and then they attacked him. So which probably means that he could have known the assailant. Was there anything else around the body? Maybe anything in his pockets? I'm going to start shifting through his pockets.
That you can give me an investigation check.
Okay, yeah.
Need to remind myself what I said. Hollow found last night. You didn't find anything, Hollow, right? Just money.
Yeah, I think you said 6 copper coins. I took the dagger, which was very nondescript, nothing really that would stand out about it. Yeah, nothing really else in the pockets. It seemed like he was killed down there. He was not killed and then drugged down. He was killed in that spot, was the conclusion Holo came to.
So do I find anything else in his pockets?
You don't find anything else in his pockets.
Okay.
You do see bits of the black, like, residue around the wound.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Does it look like it looks like dust sprinkled on skin, or does it look like it's a part of the wound?
It's just a little bit of dust.
Does that make
sprinkled.
sense?
Just like a little bit of
Okay,
dust.
just
sprinkled around. It's not even a large amount. It's like almost, what?
as if whatever killed him was made of this material and it chipped and maybe left some residue.
I cannot tell you what conclusion to draw from that. Yeah.
Well, that's what Kabi thinks. Is he wearing any jewelry?
No.
No? Okay. Worth a shot. So, what? Do we think he was attacked by an unknown assailant, or you think he came down here with somebody he knew? Did Penelope, before everything kind of went crazy, was anybody new hanging around Bartholomew and your father? Maybe somebody trying to pass themselves off as a business associate, maybe a woman.
No one knew that I know of. Admittedly, in these last few months, when my father was alive, I was busy. But no, I didn't notice anyone particularly strange hanging around him or Bartholomew.
Hmm.
Plus, I never was really watching them, fairly.
But I thought, after your sister left, you were stepping up and, getting involved with your father's doings. Wouldn't it be a part of his business ventures? Be part of that?
I'm a lieutenant of the city guard. I can hardly keep up with everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Suppose captain now.
And nothing about the last few months, just leading up to the tower collapsing, just seemed off about Bartholomew here or your father? Maybe some mad rantings about seeing a woman in the night?
What is this about a woman that you keep bringing up?
At this point, I'm going to look over at Basil and just kind of like, he's probably better at handling these more delicate topics.
Yes, our venture home. Letters. Believe them to have possibly been written by Bartholomew, or at least many of them seem to have been. It is hard to tell, but there was clearly something strange going on, and each one seemed to get progressively more erratic.
You believe
Um,
Bartholomew was going insane?
him or your father, you know.
Do you
Here's
have
my.
his letters?
Oh, I was about to ask, who has the letters?
Either you or me.
Yeah, I'm going back through the notes because I don't have it written in my character sheet that I have the letters. So,
Tisk,
uh,
tisk, tisk, fellas.
I know. Give me 1 second. I'm reading it right now. Okay, it doesn't say that we pocketed the letters, but I would imagine that we did, and we probably split them between us. Like I have the letter found in the lockbox, and Basil probably has the letters found in the office. So I have the letter that says, "My dearest Petal, in the quarry I have found such an interesting rock. Unique. It's something I've never seen before. I think it's what we need. We need more. I'll get more." And then Basil would have the letter that says, "I see her. I see her. Something's wrong. Why does she only come to me at night?" And then a formal complaint. "The tower has fallen due to poor quality of minerals and inclusions in the stone. Signed by Bartholomew." And then there's another one if you want me to read it.
Not the big, but at least these more frantic letters seem to be written by my father. Petal is my mother's name. Maybe he was growing reminiscent.
Hmm.
Well,
Someone could have been using an illusion of your mother, or perhaps if they knew her when she was alive, did a casting of her voice in his mind. It would have been a relatively simple spell to do.
Might I ask, and understand that it might be old, how long ago did your mother pass?
Years, I think. What? I was 8.
And was your father prone to writing letters to her after her passing?
She hmm, kind of just sits down on the cave floor and buries her head a bit into her knees and goes, "No, I don't think he ever really got over it."
where's your mother buried?
Uh, I actually wanted to bring that up at some point.
Oh,
Well, when you all suggested a new hiding spot for us and the crew, it had me thinking about a particular spot I used to frequent with my mother. And, so happens to be where she's buried.
is it a well-known spot?
No, it's actually quite difficult to get there. Well, difficult if you don't know the little tricks.
Hmm. Okay.
How far is it from here?
Maybe an hour walk. It's just a bit of a sunken copse.
If we were better rested, I might suggest we go there, but we never know what we might find, and I am running low on being able to access my power.
Right. Well, it's still an idea worth exploring. You know, Penelope, unless you have any more information that is immediately relevant, you could head on back and let the rest know to start gathering their stuff for and helping Holo find a new place to camp out for the night.
Oh, um, okay. She just kind of stand back up and start to walk out, look back at you all briefly, and then just start heading out.
Yeah, Dalrin will
Obvious-
keep an eye at Kabi when he says that, but he won't say anything yet.
Kavi's gonna wait just a few minutes to make sure she's gone, and while he does, I'm gonna hook around Bartholomew's body a bit more. I would still like to figure out, or at least try to get a ballpark of how long he's been dead for.
Medicine check.
Okay.
Ooh, what did I set the DC to? There we go. You see, it's good to have notes, guys. You can't really tell.
Can't really tell. Okay. Well, once I'm confident that Penelope is out of earshot, I'm gonna look back over at Basil and Sauron, and there's something I feel like there's more she's not telling us. And there was that whole thing with the picture and Amelia breaking down. Now, now there's something wrong with Penelope. I have a gut feeling.
Well, not really much we can do on that front unless you plan on torturing the information out of her.
I wasn't thinking, torture, but maybe a confrontation of sorts. You saw how quickly Amelia folded when I shoved that photo in her face, and Penelope froze up about that. Uh, Perhaps more of a push is needed. And I do think it would be a good idea to check out the mother's resting place.
Yes, perhaps any non-combatants can go there tomorrow, and we can have this in-depth talk.
Unless you guys think I'm reading too much into it.
I will admit there are some details that entirely lack. That being said, I would request that whatever discussion we have with her remains precisely that. A discussion, not an interrogation.
Well, you need an effective and believable threat of violence to be able to, you know, get what's fully needed. And of course, I'm not going to harm the lass.
There will be no threat of violence unless it is threatened upon us.
Okay. All right. Well, Basil, you know how to run with those blue bloods. How do you think we should get under her skin to get what we need without literally getting under her skin? And he will grin at his joke.
I can't say that I have any answers here. Suggestions as far as going forward. I'm not exactly trained, if you will, in interrogation or such. I knew how to serve nobles, speak to them with the proper dignity and such, and just kind of like rubs his forehead a bit.
Well,
And the oh
yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just kind of nod towards Basil's hip and just go. And the man in the box that hasn't given you any special fun abilities that lets you dig around inside their head.
Are you asking if I can read minds? No, I have that capability.
Hmm. Oh well. Sal, what you got?
We already have a pathway to unease her. The pitcher and
Mm,
Amelia herself will do just fine in unbalancing her. If she does have something to hide, perhaps she'll let something slip in anger or perhaps frustration. That is one potential way. If
you
we. Yep, go ahead.
oh, should we involve Amelia in this enhanced interrogation? I'd just be concerned about Polo's reaction if we try to put the screws to her.
I believe that Amelia wishes to be more involved in our discussions and dealings. And with this matter of Hornball, if we were to try to leave her out of such things, well, she may just find solace elsewhere.
And Basil, you're really not open to the idea of taking a few fingernails off?
Absolutely no. We have no evidence of nefarious deeds done by Lady Penelope. I stated some details may not line up entirely, but let's not jump to any conclusions.
I don't know. She has the most to gain from, taking back the village at this point. Although I guess her sister being back just throw a wrench in her inheritance. Just an idea.
I have trouble believing that she would come up with some sort of plan to initiate all of kind of just gestures. This. For
It
the sake.
is a far it is a far-fetched idea. I know. I just, I am just entertaining any and all ideas. For all we know, Haramball's behind all this, and he's just trying to create chaos so he can get some, maybe get Amelia under his wing. Who the hell knows? Maybe when we throw off Caius's cloak, he's got red horns and a tail.
Well, at the very least, we've learned that to whatever degree it was, he was behind this incident.
Yes. And that means Amelia can't really be trusted anymore, can she? And I'm gonna nod over to the the burnt circle on the ground where her and Tolo teleported out of here from.
Well, if you were to label her as an enemy, He may label others as allies.
I didn't say an enemy. I just said shifting loyalties.
Well, I suppose tomorrow we will find out all we can and make our decision then. For now, I don't think there's any more to be gleaned from this miserable tomb.
I think I agree. I believe it is it's time to get a bit of rest. Been an eventful day.
Eventually we're gonna have to talk about the elephant in the room, guys.
Balrin will just look at Kabi as like raise an eyebrow. Like talking about yourself.
No, I'm talking about the ruby, and not what happened, but more like, well, the voice speaking to me and reacting the way it did, not only to the stone, but to what I can only assume right now is Harambal's intervention. His blocking of our magic, and then the stone itself seeming to counter that.
One, we know that Hornball was involved in some way. We don't necessarily know that he was the reason behind the magic being halted. It could very well have been an after effect of whatever experiment you did with your ruby and the rock. However, it is a possibility, I will grant you. Regardless, I am not convinced that this voice you continue to hear is coming from the ruby, but to some variation, whatever rock you are using. Where is this piece that you touched the ruby to?
It's now the ruby, which if I pull it out, Basil will probably die.
No, don't pull it out. It
Yeah.
fused with the ruby.
Yes, the ruby is now fully subsumed the rock, and it's the same rock that's on the wall over there.
Uh,
Which, imagine what would happen if one was to toss the ruby at that wall. I'm not going to, I'm just saying, just speaking out loud here. Thinking out loud.
does not bode well. Not only does it have backlash capability, it now seems to have potentially grown in power.
Yes, but if the rock itself isn't the source of, I mean, if the ruby itself wasn't the source of the voice, then it's amplifying or serving as a bridge of sorts. And that means the source of the voice is either the stone or the water. And I'm leaning towards the stone.
I firmly believe that voice you're hearing more than likely from this ruby. And that fact alone scares the ever-loving shit out of me. Let's add to
And
that
yet,
these apparent new magical powers that you have gained from said ruby. I am not prepared to contemplate this matter just yet. We have other issues in front of us that I think should take precedent.
Yes, the ruby, along with everything else, can be discussed in full tomorrow. Best we rest and think on the matter. The genie has said that this rock should remain with you, Kabi. I've already told you of my misgivings at your curious nature in this item. However, I will make no attempt as of now to remove it from your possession. Just be cautious.
And I will not remove the ruby bar. We all agree that it should be taken out of my pocket and observed. Secondly, unless we're all literally about to die and I think that it could help us in some way. And thirdly, I will never take it out of my pocket if Basil is within 100 feet of me.
Basil, is that agreeable for the time being?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Then we have an accord. Let's get out of this place.
All right, and you guys start your little trek back. We'll do a little scene change to Holo and Miss Amelia. Tell me a bit. You are able to successfully bring Amelia to her sleeping quarters. What now?
Holo will set her down, and she will say, "What do you know of devils, Amelia?"
Of course, I know a lot. I know they're evil, and I know they're not to be trusted.
Do you know what the tastiest morsel is for a devil?
Suppose someone good.
Yes, I would say all good people are tasty to them. But the one that is tastiest is one that is turned from their vows, whether that's honor or what have you. Vows and maybe faith to a god. If turned, it is the tastiest morsel. So just be careful. You are like a sweet cherry to him.
I will be careful. I only promise to conversate.
Okay. And your magic, it still doesn't work. You still can't heal yourself. Try again.
Just try and nothing.
I see. Well, get some rest. It's been a long day.
How are
Do you
you,
want...
Holo?
Sorry, say again.
She just goes, how are you, Holo?
Tired, a bit strained. But I want to help you find Caius. We owe you this much. Would you like to come to the vault with us?
She sits there and ponders. Will Caius be at the vault?
We don't know. Ultimately, we think something in the vault is drawing his attention. We get that out of the vault. We might use that in such a manner that we can get Caius on his own to kill him without involving the villages. And I hear you that it's frustrating not to do anything. So help us. We need you, Amelia.
Her fists do kind of clench, and she seems a little bit agitated. Just goes, I will come, but I won't go to the vaults. I'll meet you all later.
What will you do?
I need to rest. I need to heal. I need to find a way to circumvent this issue with Collateral.
Or speak to him? Who knows what might be resolved?
Yes, exactly that.
All right, just know that we are thinking of you, and we'll be ready to have you back, just like before.
She just nods.
And I'm so tired. Do you mind if I just sleep here? I think I have my roll nearby. I'll just stay in the corner.
It's your choice.
So be it. We are bunkmates again.
She does have like a small laugh to that. Says, I suppose so.
Oh, we'll snuggle in, prepare for a long rest, knowing that she will wake tomorrow and help scout out a new place for the camp.
Amelia will, take off her leather armor, start to bed down for the night, prepare for her rest. Val and Basil and Kabi will say that you guys have returned back to the grand meeting hub of the rebellion.
Yeah, I mean, once Thal gets in, he'll just bid the others a good night and head off to his room. I guess Kabi and him are sharing a room, so I guess we'll see them there.
Yeah, if that's if there's like nobody waiting and there's no more talking, Kabi's gonna go get some sleep as well.
Basil, as he's preparing for his rest, he will place the music box on the floor and find, I guess, take his rest inside of the music box.
Haha! So everyone's getting a long rest. Of course, we all saw this coming. Basil. As you sleep, you find yourself in a big white room. Midbar is there.
Well, here I am.
Here you are, he says, with a little cough. Boy, you all are. Fate has a funny way of playing things.
Yes, I am inclined to agree.
Tell me, this Ruby, tell me what you know.
I know very little. Understand that Colby has been carrying it with him for quite some time, back to his time in the mines. Till recently, it had no magical inclination, or reason to believe it was. Eh? It caused me great pain a number of times, and is now exploding.
He says, with a little cough in the middle. I see. I have.
And of course, the random voice that Colby is now apparently hearing.
Perhaps he's got himself a genie, no?
Yes,
Kid.
we need. More of you.
Think less of me, Basil.
Think less of you. No, I recognize your power and the fact that you have saved my life on more than one occasion now. Does not
Would you
mean-
say you trust me?
Do I trust you? I don't believe I have any choice in the matter. We are bound.
We all have choices, Basil. Decisions. As you are bound to me, I am bound to Aethelwolf, Aethelwolf bound to Killaron. And in all that being bound, we have the decision to trust or not to trust.
Well, reiterate. I am here. Know of no other way to suppose know that I trust.
Very well. I promised you information, but honestly, it's just a theory in my head, and I wish, well, you will have to see more in regards to that ruby. I believe it to be a divine artifact.
Divine.
He nods.
I don't understand.
It's hard to explain without seeing more. I just have my suspicions that it's ancient and important. It speaks, it glows. It's a ruby from the mines.
I believe you have more suspicions. Spoke very adamantly that it would be our salvation.
Yes, I believe that to very much be true. And unfortunately, it is best in the Cabal's hands.
I might need a bit more information than that. We are not in agreement on that.
Well, Basil, if you touch the thing, you'll likely perish. If your other friends take it, they'll likely be rid of it. Only the Cabal is foolish enough to give it its strength.
Thought we agreed that we would stop speaking in half-truths and riddles. Why would this ruby be my demise if I were to touch it? Surely there is someone else in the world that would be a better fit to carry such an artifact than Cobby.
Perhaps, but he's who we know, and he's here, and we can keep an eye on him with it.
I'm not sure keeping an eye on him to do anything. Proven rather intent on experimenting more with it. That's
Which is what we need, what it needs.
why. But what is so special about this divine artifact? How is it to be our salvation? Why are we in need of salvation?
Basil, You know your land's history, no?
Of course.
So what do you believe the purpose of the mines to be?
As I understood it, they simply where much of the wealth of Ubeya came from, yes? It's where they got many of their gems and treasures and the precious artifacts and metals and such, yes?
In your theology, there was a reason the island was not destroyed, no?
Reason it was destroyed? And, like, he seems very confused at first, and then I guess, look of realization kind of dawns. They digging for her?
Yes, they are. And it seems your stupid little friend has stumbled upon a fragment of her.
I... Sorry, this is quite a lot to take it. You're saying, to be clear and state this openly, Hobby is carrying around a piece of Ubeya herself. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That is my working theory, yes.
How is that not a terrifying thought?
Because, and he does kind of, stand up, and you can kind of see that he looks a lot more tired. We may need her in the future. She may reshape everything. She could free me, she could free you.
Free me from what exactly?
Your people are ostracized, pushed away to the corners of the lands, treated as nothing but dirt. Redeeming her, redeeming your image to her, could free you from all that.
I believe that, he says with quite a bit of disdain, my people deserving of such freedom. It was them that brought Thetis to this place. It was them that wished to be devoured by him. Why would I wish freedom for them?
History is often confusing and twisted, Basil. Everything you believe to be true may not always be true. I cannot speak on complete truths. How should I say this? I cannot give all the answers because I simply do not know. Though I believe the more you learn about your own culture and your own people, perhaps you'll be able to piece together more of the full truth rather than what you were just told.
What if I do not wish to know it's true? I would do not wish to be a part of any of this.
Well, then I hope you gain what you wish. But sometimes life has a different story for all of us. Perhaps there'll come a point where it's no longer up to you to decide whether you want to know or you do know. Best take it in control while you can, rather than let it force itself upon you, so to speak.
I have many more questions. Being, what exactly is your role in all of this? Seem to be quite knowledgeable of all of the histories of Ubea. Seem to have some understanding occurring and has occurred. Appear to be weakening before my very eyes.
So you've noticed.
Rather hard to miss.
There is poison in my. The world is poisoned.
The world is poisoned, so therefore you are poisoned as well? Please speak plainly.
You know of me as a genie, correct?
I have come to understand you as such, yes?
To be specific, I look at myself as a marid, tied to the ocean, so to speak. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, I suppose so.
There is great darkness poisoning the sea, my home. I wish to return to it, to help it. But as you can see, the longer I am away, the weaker I become because of said poison. My power wanes, hastened by whatever tried to take over you before.
Something attempted to take me over.
Heard whispers.
Tried to ignore them. This occasion.
Exactly so. And in my attempt in repelling said whispers, I have weakened myself.
What sort of being, creature, entity, whatever you wish to refer to, would have the capability or power to do such to you? genie of the ocean?
I do not know. I do not know. Perhaps the greater Merid would know. Me, I am far removed. I've been with I've been in Ethel's care for a long time, and in Ubea's care for even longer. Home is a distant memory.
What is my master's role in all of this, then? Clearly he is quite involved.
Your master's role and my role are transport.
Apologies, you said transport?
Yes, we carry the future.
I'm truly beginning to hate genies.
Hmm. Yes. Well, can't spoil all the fun now, can we? No, I'm sorry. It's well, I am grown to trust you, Basil. There are people who you know that I cannot trust. You won't divulge said information to. So I will have to keep this one to myself until a later date.
Very well. I ask one last question. The ruby it's surely we should find somewhere that it is guarded, protected, well hidden, if it is what you say it is. Being in the care of Cobby and our party, whatever. Not journeying and finding ourselves in mortal peril quite frequently. What is to happen if something befalls Cobby and he perishes?
Then another will take up the role of its caretaker. But it's best to have it where we can see it, Basil. It's best to be close.
Is the opposite of how I feel about the situation. I want that thing as far away from me as possible. And if it has contained even a fraction of her.
I see. So even you can ignore divine providence. Think of it like this. How would you believe Lord Culodon would feel to know that if you found such a artifact, you decided to abandon it with who knows who? God knows who.
Obviously, I was not talking about just giving it to a random individual. But I imagine there would be consequences.
Exactly. It's better in you all's care. When better care is found, then we can discuss such an option. Well then, I grow tired, boy, and I'm sure you are as well. Let us converse on another date.
One final question. Bit more selfish in nature. Your,
Hmm?
your diminishing strength, power. I be concerned about myself, my own recently acquired abilities.
No. I believe we'll be strong enough to reach the journey's end, barring any external factors.
Haven't been any external factors up to this point.
No. None that have killed me yet, boy.
They seem to be well on their way.
Showing concern for me.
No,
I appreciate that.
showing concern for me.
You will live, Basil. I promise. You will survive.
We'll hold you to that.
And he does kind of sit down and stare at you, and then, well then, if you'd be so kind.
Yes. Till next time.
All right. So everybody gets the benefits of a long rest. Say you kind of slept a little later than normal because you guys went to sleep a little later, so it's kind of late morning now. Um, Everybody wakes up fine. Basil, you wake up with a garden snake wrapped around your forearm. Scene. Let's continue.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what?
Oh, nothing, man. I just said, Basil, you wake up with a garden snake wrapped around your forearm.
um, at first shock, and then he kind of just calms himself and will in fact use my this animal friendship.
Okay. You cast Animal Friendship. Kind of flicks his tongue at you and then continues to be wrapped around your arm.
Right. Kind of just looks around. Come from.
So, what is everybody doing now that morning has come? Minus Basil being curious about his snake friend.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Thalrin, he'll wake up, prep some prep some magic for the day, and then begin. I guess heading out to the I guess little conference area that we always end up meeting at.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Anyone
Hello
in
wants
chat?
to meet up with the group to try to plan out what we're going to do today.
Copy.
Same. Bobby's gonna make his way. Well, he's just gonna follow Sal.
Basil.
casting curious and skeptical glances around him.
Basil will take some time to just kind of study the snake. And then, after a few minutes, kind of lower it to the ground and attempt to, nudge it free, I guess.
It kind of, as you try to like wriggle it off, it kind of wiggles under your sleeve and hides itself.
No, I don't like that. Please. Just see if he can reach and grab its head gently and try to pull it out from under his shirt.
As you kind of reach for it, it like flicks its tongue on your finger and kind of try to tickle it away.
I don't like this. Stop. And I'll just kind of keep trying, and if it actively just refuses to leave, he'll eventually just let it be for now.
Well, it's easy enough. You are able to grab it, kind of pull it out of your sleeve. Just kind of wrap a little around your finger. It's not a big one by any means. It's a pretty small garden snake.
Okay, I'll kind of just take it out to the door, kind of briefly walk past everybody, open the door, and kind of just try to push it out, let it go.
You gonna toss it out, or are you just gonna drop it to the ground?
Gently plays. He's not trying to like throw it, and he's being more gentle than one would usually expect from him.
Kind of looks at you with its adorable snake eyes, if you can call it that, flicks his tongue, and skitters away briefly.
Is it Allura?
Is anything Allura these days, you know?
Yeah, with the snake out the door, he'll quickly just close the door behind him and make his way back to the group.
And we'll say Penelope and Amelia walk out to join you guys. William Trust appears in the room. And this time, Father... forgot his name. Theron? Yes, Father Theron also comes out, now kind of, standing up fine, bandage over his head, but living. Penelope speaks up and says, "So, everyone sleep well?"
Well enough.
So,
Yes, it is good everyone is here. We have much to discuss, and I gather not a lot of time to do everything.
I believe there are two courses of action we have at play. The thought is that we get into the vault, with or without your help, William. We get what's in there. We have a hypothesis that Caius is after something in the vault. Could be mundane and it could be gold, or William, it could be one of those artifacts that you've mentioned previously. We would then use that as collateral, bait. We're still not sure precisely, but hope is that we can get what's in there, use it to draw Caius out, and then kill him. There's other line of inquiry that involves the construction of the tower, the stones that was used to construct it, and learning a bit more about why Bartholomew is dead and trying to untease whatever conspiracy the tower's around. The end of that would have evidence that would show that Jonathan was manipulated. We can give that to the villagers who could then perhaps see reason. I believe it is one of these two pathways that we must take to resolve to the least blood spilt to bring the town back under control is a strong word, but to heal the community, as it were. And to that end of going the vault direction, we would ask the god to provide a distraction on one side of town while we infiltrate. I believe that is a summary of our options. Oh, before we debate each option, were there any other pathways that we could perhaps use? I missed anything. Then we must choose. Zach, you were about to jump in with something.
No, I'm still thinking. Sorry.
Okay. We could take some time to think, because, like, yeah, shit's kind of complicated.
Could we have the discussion above table?
Honestly, I think that might be useful, because we have a
Yeah,
lot to look through.
we've done that with containment before, Jeff.
Well, I didn't realize this was containment, Zach. No,
Okay,
it's, okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care. Yeah, you guys can have the conversation over the table if you need.
Okay. Well, I think I think the two paths, we have different characters focused on different paths. Holo seems invested in the bank and doing that heist. Kabi is definitely more interested in getting to the bottom of this mystery with Lord Drake and Penelope. To him, Penelope acting strange. Um, I'm personally leaning more towards doing, sending everybody off to where Penelope said it could be a safe space or a place. And before we get there, pulling her aside and, trying to pull out more information from her. And then doing the bank heist. Because I do agree the bank heist is important. And I think whatever's in there will help us with Caius. But I think whatever was happening with Lord Drake is also the other key to this puzzle.
I think that's a good idea to move the camp to the cops area, because apparently is very hard to get to and very safe. Whole would actually be less about the bank. I think above table, I can't draw the line between bank heist equals villagers getting out of the way so we can kill Caius. There's a big leap there that I don't think we've been able to parse. And I think Holo would feel the same, because Holo is me. I think Holo would prefer the investigation, despite these druids coming to town very quickly. I think there's a more logical line drawn of evidence equals using it to influence villagers to get out of the way versus stealing shit to get the villagers out of the way.
Yeah, I think. Well, actually, Chris and Kevin, I'll let y'all.
I think for Thalrin's part, like I said, his main focus, while all of this stuff is intriguing and he definitely doesn't believe that it's a coincidence, his main focus, I believe, is still on the vault. Figuring out what's in there, getting inside, and seeing what's also, what can be achieved from there. But at this point, he's also of a mind to just end this today. Like, go in there. If we don't find anything, still figuring out where Caius is and attempting to see this town done one way or the other. Like, he doesn't believe there's going to be a method that's going to avoid bloodshed. He could be persuaded to go down a more investigatory route, but then again, that runs the risk of more things coming, more stuff getting influenced, and at a certain point, it's just like, okay, how much are we willing to deal with and go through for this town?
Is Thal motivated to kill Caius because Amelia wants to? Or is he
Yeah.
more motivated by personal gain and then trying to make sure we don't die?
In terms of like, what's most important, not dying is like top of the charts. He also, again, from what has been said about the vault and the insinuations, he also knows that there's potential powerful item of some kind in the vault. So that's another thing that would be like second on the list. Third is the deal or promise that he made with Amelia that if she asks him for his help to kill Caius, he will help her. But like that's like order of priority.
Does he believe stealing something out of the vault will eventually bring Caius to a point where we can kill him?
That is
Is
the
that directly
current.
connected?
Yeah, that's the current spectrum. Like there's something they've been trying to get in this vault. The banker has been hinting that there's something powerful in this vault. There's nothing else in this town, I guess, besides these rocks now that seems to have any value for this type of takeover. So like there has to be something in this vault that just connects everything.
Uh, just also keep in mind, Kabi is still invested in trying to uncover the mystery to help Towers. That's why I'm leaning towards. And I'm skeptical about the vault.
No, I mean
Kevin,
that's
what say
understandable.
you?
Full transparency, Basil's motivations and everything have completely shifted. His interest in all of this is kind of waned, aside from a semi-vague promise to Uhtred. He's got other things on his plate now. He doesn't really, he's not too concerned about how this all ends up playing out.
Are you now the Jeff of the group?
I'm sorry, did you just find out that your god is buried under a mine and being dug up? Like, what?
I did, but this is such a twisted pretzel. We need an opinion here.
I hear you.
All right, Kevin's opinion, not Basil's opinion.
Let's go for the vault, dude. Let's do a bank heist.
Does
that-
anybody think that trying to pull information out of Penelope and trying to uncover what this thing that was messing with Lord Drake is important, more important than the vault?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's more important than the vault, but I think I would like to hash out exactly what's going on with the picture, and if that ties in some way somehow to the list. Maybe Penelope was like hearing a voice in her head or something that it made her, scratch out the photo or something like that that she hasn't like revealed. Definitely like
Ew.
for that to be like brought out, but I wouldn't say it's more important currently than the vault.
So I had this thought while just right before we started this discussion. And honestly, it's one of the main reasons I asked that we take this second because I didn't want Kabi just blurting this out. What if we question Father Theron and William Trust? They would have known Lord Drake. Father Theron may very well have been a confidant of Drake. He's like a priestly fella. People go to priest for different reasons to, like, kind of talk to them about their woes and whatnot. So maybe they have information as well. But I didn't want to just Kavi just start talking and that derails us.
I think
So
that would
like
be
Penelope's a
part of
part of
strategy. I think that'd be a strategy too of investigation gets to the root of everything to eventually try to influence the village. I think if we decide that, then that information gathering makes sense. I
okay.
like that idea if we go that route specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
So
we should like definitely. I mean, besides, even if we don't, go to town on father, I think we should definitely get on trust. I mean, especially if he has the other key we need in his possession. That's a quick and easy snatch and grab right there. Like, regardless, I think we need to get information on him because he clearly knows more than he wants to give out.
Which
then I
that
guess
makes
we
sense if we go for the vault. So like
Mhm.
it's like we're already starting to like veer off into like a muddy town where it's like we could do all these things, but and for me it's like my brain is like let's pick a goal and commit to it and
Yeah.
finish this arc. Because it's been cool, but I do want to kind of get a move on. But yeah, William, trust, interview, steal the key, vault. Father Theron, sister's dead, right?
Yeah, the woman, the sister sold is dead. No,
Okay,
no, I'm
as an
sorry, she's not
aside,
dead. Gerard Freed is dead. Correct, Jeff?
Yeah, Gerard is dead.
Okay.
so yeah, those are kind of those pathways.
All right, so basically,
So
either investigation or infiltration is basically what the two options are on the table currently.
yeah. And if we think about our time frame, tomorrow the druids are showing up. So we have really this last day to do something.
And
I mean, if that's the case,
again, we have no idea what the druids want,
That's
facts.
true.
but it could be bad.
Yeah. So
Uh,
nobody's seen Caius yet, so
Well, I mean,
right?
yeah, we seen him once. That was it. We
Okay.
saw him once when he came when the guy had murdered the other person. So like, I guess technically we know how to get Caius out in the open. Like, if we were to like cause like an accident or something to happen, he would probably come to like officiate or see what was going on potentially if he's like reacting how he reacted before. Um, but yeah, I mean, it still seems like two options. So I guess we could potentially like vote on the two outside and then just take that as like in character our characters talked it out and we decided on this instead of
Rehaving this conversation again in
yes.
character. um
A question that remains, which we can decide if we want to answer. Jeff, between these two options, do you think there's a reasonable chance of success at the end of it that we have the villagers not try to kill us and we kill Caius? Do you think both of these are workable options, or is one a clear, better option than the other? Also, does anyone want him to not answer that question?
I wouldn't mind a little bit of a nod of an answer.
Right, the
No,
other
that's
two are
good.
null and void. What do you say, Jeff? Give
Oh
us
yeah, I mean, I'm fine with him answering that little bit of details. Apologies.
Yeah, hints are okay.
or you could just not. You could decide not to answer, Jeff. That's also an option. I'd be
Honest
to share.
answer. How do I say this? Honest answer. I believe whatever path you guys take, you're going to run into Caius, regardless.
I was laughing. I thought you were going to say, "You guys are dead either way you go." So just choose. All right, that does help. Thank you, Jeff.
Okay, so then I think the bank will be the bank route is going to lead to probably the most confrontational, but also the most probably physical, like, path forward. I think with the investigation, it could lead that we get a bunch of information and then we're like, okay, so unless it's like literally painted, a map is directly painted for us, we're still going to be left with, okay, so we need to. I think I think the bank heist should probably take precedent. It'll lead to the most guaranteed confrontation.
Yeah, I'd agree. It seems to be the place with the most hard evidence, at least. Other than that, it'd be more, going around questioning, searching, investigating a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been down for the bank heist, so fine by me.
I'll be the dissenting opinion that we still don't have a route from Heist to Caius directly, so it's going to take a little bit more planning. But I will concede. You can go Vault.
Yeah, so I mean, like from what I gather from the bank heist, if we do that correctly and we don't, let's just say, in the unlikeliest of scenarios that we're stealthy with this and we don't get caught, we get in there, we take whatever's in there. If we find something that we believe to be like extremely valuable, then that's one thing right there to use. Like we know exactly, okay, here's something that he was probably out for, and then we could just go in front of like the middle of the city and call him out if we really wanted to go down that route. Hopefully it has some, premise to what we've been looking at, but options.
We would need to tie that object to an obvious want from Caius and a disregard to the town's safety.
True.
Well, what did Trust have to say about what was in the vault? He hinted towards something.
I think the most we
Something
got
that
from
can
him.
protect his family.
Yeah, I think that's the most we got from him. There's just something in there that he would need to protect his family and
Oh.
enough for them to start over somewhere else.
Well, it sounds like, something Caius would want. So okay, alrighty.
I mean, there's clearly something
Pretty
in there
big.
that they want.
Yeah.
We know that much at least.
I think Vault is fine, but again, if the goal is to draw Caius out and kill him with what's in the vault, be prepared to do some more planning around that.
Yeah, fair deal.
I think it really just goes, I think the next step will just be based off of how well we are able to pull this off. If we do it very well and we do it undetected and we get in there, we get the item and we get out, that'll give us way more options. But if we end up messing up the heist, it's gonna lead towards a fight.
In which case,
So
we kill villagers and we kill Caius, which is the least desired outcome, but it's still an outcome.
True.
yeah, and we've already killed villagers, so it's like, you know,
So you kill 2 people, go ahead and kill 100. It's fine. Is that what you're arguing here?
yeah, the penalty is the same either way. We'll end up at the end of a rope.
Wow.
In for a penny, in for a pound, guys.
Wild.
I mean, I guess to throw the other side, if we don't go to the vault, where exactly are we going to go next to learn more other than questioning Penelope?
It would be whatever Penelope and like Father Theron have to say. That like with the vault, we know where to go. With the questioning, it's like we will find out or have a hint about where to go next. As I said, I made the comment about where is their mother buried, and that's where they're going to secluded grove. So if we think that, you know, going to where the mother's buried, talking to Penelope, or like, trying to get more information about Penelope, about maybe their mother's death, the unknown influence, and then seeing a grave. And I'm thinking that once we get there, there's not going to be a body. Personally,
All right, well, let's
I mean,
just
I would. Oh, go ahead.
then let's run on the assumption that since right as of this very moment, the vault seems to be the most solid plan with the least amount of
yeah.
questions around it. So we'll go on the assumption that's what we're gonna do, but we'll escort everybody to the new location. If we find something there that changes our mind, then let's pivot. But I don't like other than hopefully learning more information from people we've talked to already. I really feel like the vault is our most solid lead on anything.
Okay. So do the escort. See, maybe whether Javi's suspicions are confirmed or not that the grave has been defiled in some way. And then if nothing shows up immediately without any sort of enhanced questioning, we pivot to the vault.
Yeah, works for me. I was going to say we should definitely still take those. I mean, we have to go there anyway for those who are not going to be joining in on this assault. If we
Yeah.
end up going with the ball, we had to drop them off there anyway. So might as well go there. If anything pops up, like you said, we could change our minds. But for the time being, the most solid thing is like the vault. Like we know where it's at. We know potentially what's inside of it. If we can, get trust or threaten trust to give us the key, then that's even quicker access to get in and get out. Um, and then everything else is kind of just circumstantial at this point. It's like based off of what the NPCs want to do and hope that whatever role that might comes up, we get good at.
I just really want to just know personally for Zach this mystery of pedal. But no, I like that.
All right. Guess if everybody's good, we can hop on back in.
Ian, you good?
Yep, I'm good. Did we want to take a break before we dive back in?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. We could take time, guys, because it's
Okay.
getting late into the session.
Works for me.
Well, we can go for another 4 hours. I'm okay.
Yeah, I know you definitely cannot.
Alrighty.
But we'll come back at we'll just come back at a flat um,
On the
7,
hour.
I guess. Yeah, on the hour.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
So, what did you guys
Danny.
land on doing? Did you guys talk further while on break, or what's up?
Basically, we're going to lead everybody to the hidden grove where Petal, their mom, is. If we find anything there, we might shift our focus from the vault to investigation. But if we don't, then the plan is to go investigate the vault and then break in like mid-afternoonish or like late afternoonish.
I hear that every session. Anyways, yeah. So, you guys are going with who? Penelope. Penelope's leading you all, I assume, since she knows the way to the copse.
Yeah, I guess so. Gather up everybody, and go there. We are going. Well, at least Thalrin is going to attempt to interrogate the banker, Trust, to see if he can't fork over that vault key.
This is also going to be a quickly good moment to just how many guards are left?
Whoa.
Because if we tend to use them as a distraction, there's 4. Okay. Unless it's 4D.
No, it's 4.
Yeah.
You think what? They're walking around with a small army? They'd be relying on you guys?
Is 4 enough to
Mm.
make a distraction, or do you feel like it'll be a big risk if they do? Distraction is in like fire arrows over the wall to get people's attention.
I think it really depends. I think you could do a lot if it is well planned with 4 people. As far as distractions go, you guys also have key figures like Trust and Penelope that you could have really draw attention. So it really depends.
Do
what
they
you do.
do they have horses?
No.
No, no horses on foot. Are the remaining 4 guards, are they well rested and uninjured?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
What
you
type
just
of
raw dog it with no distraction, I guess. I guess we don't have to.
honestly, a distraction might put them on even more alert.
I mean, I think most of us, to one degree or another, can turn invisible or like hide ourselves. Like worst case scenario, Basil has the music box he can go into once a day. Kabi can now turn invisible. Holo can shapeshift into something small, and Thal can go invisible once a day for free. So, I mean, options are available to just walk in.
I do
It
have
is-
this prepared now. We can get +2 to all of our stealth checks.
Oh
Who
wow.
knows you guys need it.
Yeah, we
How
really
long does
needed it
that
the first time
last?
we went into the manor, but I didn't have it then. So yeah, I don't know, distraction or not, whatever.
Okay, alrighty. So
So
I
you said
think
you want to interrogate Trust now?
Yes, because I believe he has the key to get into the vault, so he needs to fork that over.
I will say this as a reminder. He did offer to go with you guys to the vault.
Yeah, but we don't trust him.
isn't he a giant fat man? How are we gonna sneak him in?
Pass without trace, I guess. I don't know. That's for you guys to figure out. I can't give you all the answer.
We can just convince him to come with us and slit his throat halfway there and take the key.
Aside from murdering him along the way, I am actually inclined to bring him with us.
Intriguing.
I don't have an opinion.
All right. I mean,
Well, interrogation starts now, Thal. Bring it.
all right, fair deal. So will we be on the road or are we still in the house? What are we looking like?
When do you want to press him?
I mean, I'm fine with either. I mean, I guess it makes more sense if we're in the house before we get on the road, because like doing that while we're on the road, I feel like just slows us down some. So like, I guess once we've decided on the pathway, that's when Thyron will kind of step up and say, "Before we depart, trust. I have been kind to not request whatever item or key you have to get into the vault, but my patience is running thin. You have a way into the vault, or you at least have the other piece that we need potentially. Give it over."
I thought we came to an agreement. No.
An agreement? You still wish to come with us, knowing what will happen?
Well, I assume you would all be protecting me, right?
We would only protect you so long as it was agreeable for us to do so. If we run into an ambush and you happen to fall behind, I would not be coming back for you.
So, what? If I don't agree to give you this key, then what? You force it out of my hand?
I can.
You think the gods of our gods here would just allow that?
You have four, and from what I know of their skill, no offense, I could kill them all if I need to.
Trust just kind of looks to Penelope, who just, you know, shakes her head sideways and just goes, just give them the key, William. I'm sure they'll return with whatever artifact you need and hand it over. You can give me an intimidation check.
Okay. With advantage since Amelia's not on his side?
Advantage for what?
Since Amelia's not on his side, he has like no allies in this. More fear added on. I'm just shooting at straws. You can say no. It's okay.
I will say no this time.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hey.
this is outrageous. I will not stand for this. I will not. And he just kind of takes the key from under his cloak and throws it at you.
Excellent. And now, are there any secret entrances into the vault, into the bank itself? Back doors that may not be known, the layout?
Check the alleyway behind the bank. There's a doorway that leads into my office.
There's a key needed for that as well.
You can use the key that I have. It's multifunctional.
Excellent. Thank you for your cooperation.
Just bring me the artifact when you're done. And some gold.
Sauron will just grin as he puts the key in his pocket.
Adventurers. Well, shall we be on our way? Penelope, whatever heaping pile of dung we're going to next.
Yes. Yeah, I guess head on out.
Yeah, Penelope, kind of leads you all. You spend about an hour-ish on the road walking through. It's a little tricky. Sorry, I have to double check something. All right, 1 second. Long. Okay, that's all right. So yeah, she leads you through to the copes. As she's watching, she kind of describes it to you. She's like, so within the copse, there is a bit of a sinkhole in the ground. It's quite deep. It won't be pretty, but perhaps we can use it as a little mucky, defensible position. I was hoping that when we do that, perhaps you all could help us set up some traps. Really make it hard to reach.
Sure, traps, camouflage. We need a bit of time to do that, wouldn't hurt.
As you guys start heading over, you do see smoke in the distance.
Like towards Woodhurst?
Towards the copse that you're heading to.
Oh.
A forest fire is normal out here.
No, very unlikely. Penelope does draw her sword.
Should we perhaps send scouts ahead, or are we comfortable walking into this blindly?
Don't know what we would see.
Bobby, did you want to poke your nose around first? Do you want us to go in with you?
Yeah. I'll go take a look. Y'all stay here.
Penelope, Amelia, stick with the group. Us four will go forward, and Cobby will be a little bit behind you in case anything should happen.
Yes, and careful.
Careful is my middle name.
All right, Kabi, you approaching stealthily.
Yep. Do you want a stealth roll?
Then you know what it is I require.
Arcana.
Oh, I thought you just jumped into a role play. Okay. So you want a stealth roll.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I thought it was a character for a second too.
Like, is that Midmar? Is Midmar coming out?
I know. Finally, a good stealth roll from Kabi.
Nice.
You are able to make it up to the copse without issue. What you see is a little cottage, kind of pretty looking, bit of smoke coming out of a makeshift chimney, and there seems to be a younger woman, curly red hair, pointed ears, just tending to looks like a pumpkin patch.
Okay. And she is the only person I can see?
Yes.
Okay. What is she wearing?
What do you mean by that? I'm just kidding. She's just, wearing generic, like,
Any
common
weapons on her?
clothes. No weapons.
No
Unless you
weapons.
count the little small shovel on her head.
Kabi counts everything as a weapon. And okay. And she has pointed ears?
Yes. It's probably an elf of some sort.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way back to the group, to the party. There's an elf gardening. Didn't Penelope say people don't go to this place? You
She
would think
did.
she would know that there's a woman living here.
And she doesn't.
Well,
Above board, just to confirm, Amelia and Penelope are half elves, right?
Yep.
Their mother was a wood
Okay.
elf.
The mother was a wood elf. Okay. All right, back to character. Um, this is strange, right? I'm not crazy.
I don't know if a cottage is strange in a forest, but it's certainly not what Penelope was expecting.
Considering this is supposed to be where her mother is buried. So, should we go approach this mysterious woman or go get Penelope and Amelia and then approach this mysterious woman?
Thinking back to the night before when Abiholo and Basil kind of infiltrated the manor, were there any portraits or family, paintings or anything that might match the description of what Kabi is describing this woman as?
Ooh.
Mm,
History check.
Is it history?
Hell yeah. Hmm. Copy, give me a history check.
the
She does look rather similar to the portrait where you guys found the bow.
okay.
I'd say some of us can go and make sure she does not disappear, while the others bring forward Amelia and Penelope. If it is indeed their mother, they would certainly know.
Well, this certainly just got more complicated. Should we, attempt to detain her?
As long as she doesn't run, I see no need to go to violence immediately.
It's more like bringing a group of, what, 15, 20 people through the woods is going to cause a lot of noise that she's definitely going to hear.
Well, that's why some of us, or at the very least two of us, if not three, should go and keep her busy.
As far as I'm concerned, the forest doesn't really belong to anyone. I'd be annoyed if I was gardening and someone tried to detain me, occupy me.
Well,
Yes, we have no reason to believe this woman is going to be an immediate threat.
she's supposed to be dead, and she's not, which means she probably wants to keep her, status as not dead a secret.
I'm sorry, how many ghosts have you met, Kabi?
None, because they're not supposed to be ghosts.
How would you suggest we deal with this, Holo?
Well, easy enough. Holo starts walking towards the woman.
Okay, all right.
I will go and get Amelia and Penelope.
So, hello. Who's gonna do the talking? You or me?
I will talk.
You sure? I can be quite charming.
Uh-huh.
Fine, I'll just stand here and glower. Look intimidating, so she doesn't try to run.
Oh, please don't.
I'm just kidding. But this is weird. This is very, very, very weird. Very weird.
You want to bet me 50 gold she's not a ghost?
No, because I don't believe in ghosts, and I don't think she's a ghost. I think there's a conspiracy about dun dun dun.
Right,
Also,
I'll
I don't
bet you
think
50
I
gold
have.
it's not a conspiracy.
I don't know. That's a lot of money. I'll bet you 5 gold that there's a grand conspiracy.
20.
15.
Fine, 15.
All right, 15 gold that there's a grand conspiracy, and that woman has something to do with it.
The only conspiracy here is she's making very good pumpkins. How those pumpkins look, by the way? The ones on the ground.
Very well cared for. They look something.
Yeah, Hello nods appreciatively. I do appreciate a large pumpkin patch. Yeah, Hello walks
Why'd you
up.
say it like that?
Like what?
You know. You know. And Kavi will follow Holo up to the dead woman.
Oi! Hail!
Huh? She kind of looks around. Oh, well, hello!
Jesus.
Was not expecting visitors today. No, no, no. How do you do?
Well, though, me and a group of companions were seeking refuge in the forest in these parts, and we happened to see the smoke rising from your lovely cottage here, and we found you and your pumpkin patch. My word, good harvest this year.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I do take pride in my work. She kind of wipes the sweat from her brow. She puts her shovel down back in the dirt. Refuge, is something wrong? Something going on?
Well, there are a few people that are seeking refuge from the town of Woodhurst. There appears to be some kind of rebellion that left a few folks on the run, and they were hoping to find safety lest their pursuers find them. In a bit of a bind. As an aside, our pumpkins in season right now.
Ooh. What did I say? It was spring, right?
I honestly have forgotten what season it is.
I assumed it was spring.
I believe I said it was spring. So no, pumpkins are not in season right now.
Yeah, Holo takes note, but she doesn't say anything.
Well, if you all are worse and weary, I don't mind having you come to my home for a bit of rest and some water.
Oh, that's very charitable of you. Thank you. They should be tromping through the forest any time now. How long have you been here?
I'd say about a month. Not long. Really just decided to make this place a home of mine. See how long I stay.
Are you?
Oh, sir, what are my manners? I am Lisa. You all are?
Oh, nice to meet you, Lisa. I am Holo the Wise Wolf. This is Copy.
Uh, yeah, Kavi. Nice to meet ya.
Aren't you a curious little one? And again, I guess you both are kind of curious. What's that? Wolf ears and small, scaly form? Not that it looks bad, it actually looks quite well on you.
And you are nice looking as well.
Oh, you'll make a lady like me blush saying things like that.
Uh-huh. So you moved here a month ago.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Where were you before that?
Before, here, there. If you want to know where I was born, I would say I hailed from Moor.
Oh,
Huh.
we've heard of more before. Big wizard city, yes? Big tower?
Yes, for the wizards and the such. Unfortunately, I was a mere commoner, hung outside the walls of the tower.
See, were you treated poorly?
Oh, heavens, no. The people of Moor. Well, if you've been to Moor, I'm sure you know. Well, we're grateful for the wizard tower.
Is there a window nearby?
To the hut? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 windows, yeah.
Why they're just talking, Hobby's just kind of make his way over there and just peer inside.
Like stealthily, or are you just gonna do it?
Just more like kind of casually, you know. Yeah, stealthily. Let's say like maybe while they're talking, a little distracted. I just kind of take a couple side steps and peer into the window.
Maybe a stealth check at advantage.
At advantage? Okay.
I'm a kind
Nice.
sort.
Thank you, sir.
She doesn't notice.
Okay.
As you look in the window, you see simple fashions, just, you know, a little dining table, a little hanging herbs, some garlic. Very
Anything that look
mundane.
anything that looks like, old clothes that would have been worn from, I don't know, being buried underground.
Should be a perception check. A 14. No, you don't see anything like that.
Hmm. Okay, then I'll just casually make my way back over and stand next to Holo and stare at the fine harvest of pumpkins.
We are quite thankful of your willingness to have us maybe be nearby in this safety of the cops here.
Well, of course, we all need to help each other out, right?
Yes, I agree. The basic tenets of community is to help each other after all.
Exactly. Hmm. Where might you two hail from? You two curious bunches.
I am from the parts of the forest where the free green hail, the Druidic Circle.
Oh, really? It's actually rather quite interesting. Those druids are a strange sort. You're not one of those crazy green freaks, are you? Sorry to say if that's rude.
Oh, no, no. you could say formally for that exact reason. They changed over time, and those like me left, the ones who are not so zealous towards one particular biome. I I do wish they did not cause you too much trouble.
No, I just it was a small run-in with them, No issues with me. I'm very organic here, as you can tell. Not much silverware or anything like that. So no issues. Just rather I've seen them be rather aggressive to others.
Yes, they sometimes do that. But yes, pumpkins, stone cottage, as long as it's not blocking particular waterways, yes. I do not think they would have any problem with you here. But regardless, they are not here anyway, so no worries there. But you will not see any aggression from me. I'm more of a live and let live, if at all possible.
I'm very happy to hear that.
You live out here alone?
Well, yes. Is that a problem?
No, just, you got any family that, you miss, that you had to leave?
Well, despite my appearance, I am decently aged. Um, but no family that I'm worried about. I'm sure they're all fine.
But you do have family.
I mean, we all have mothers and fathers, right?
No, but I was thinking more, kids.
I don't have any kids.
Eh, okay. Um, Copy's gonna peer around this copse of woods a bit more and just kind of be on the lookout to see if there's a grave, like Penelope said there would be.
Are you like walking around or are you just standing there?
No, as we're all talking, he's just kind of looking around, moving his head about.
Not that you can see.
Mm, okay.
I don't have any too specific questions, more than that. So one thing I did want to ask, I want to ask her who the ruler of Moor is, so I can corroborate it with Towers later to make sure that this person knows the Moor of today, in case there's some difference in perspective, in case she is actually undead and like long dead. You know what I mean? Just something
Hey,
to corroborate.
ask away.
Yeah, more. Is there like a wizard leader there? Um, civilization is always odd. Our circle always followed a druid, but do they have an elected leader? Do they have a king?
Well, last that I knew of Moor, it was ruled by, well, the wizard Moor.
Oh, it's named after Wizard Moor. Interesting. Is he an older wizard then? A long-lived one?
Imagine he's quite aged at this point. Though admittedly, it's been quite some time since I've been in Moor.
I see. I'm out of
What do you
questions.
know of? Oh,
Yeah, go ahead if you have more questions.
what do you know of the town that's nearby?
Oh, that little wobbed up town. I've actually never been, really, myself. It's well, like I said, I've only been here a month, but in my sightings of it, it seems quite hostile.
Hmm. Yeah,
Just seem to be truthful about the time frame.
Give me an insight check.
yeah. I wanna do one. Oof.
As far as you guys know.
Okay.
What does it smell like?
What's it
Just
smell like here?
yeah.
Pumpkin pie.
Is there maybe a scent underneath it all?
Give me a perception check for that.
Okay.
Oh wow, that is nice. Specifically for the smell, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of my eyes aren't seeing anything, my ears aren't hearing anything, so let's see if my nose can pick up something.
Hmm. Under the smell of pumpkin and flowers and all of that, there is a bit of a rotten scent.
Mm. I'll kind of once I catch a whiff of it, I'll just kind of crinkle my nose a bit and rub it.
Everything all right, love?
Oh, yep, just the smell of all this pumpkin and flowers. I don't know, it's just getting to me. It's really strong. God, it feels like you're like it's all over the place, like it's trying to cover something up. Ugh.
Well, these old woods probably bury a bunch of secrets, hmm? Probably some animal
Mm.
up somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty buried underneath this wood.
Where are your friends? Are they coming?
Oh, they'll be along shortly.
And this is where I have a question for the group. When you guys sent Holo and Kabi first, were you guys going to scout forward and then go back to get the rest, or are the others proceeding slowly?
Because Amelia and them weren't far behind us, right?
No, they weren't far
Yeah,
behind.
I mean, I think Thalron would head back, and I guess if Basil's with him, um, we have found something ahead. It might be better for the guards to watch the rest of you here for now, and Amelia and Penelope accompany me and Basil.
Um, okay. Is there something going on that you need us both?
Yes.
Okay. Um, and then Penelope will start to speak up. All right, y'all, take good care of Mr. Trust here. Make sure he doesn't fall over himself. We'll follow your lead, Thou.
We'll give a nod and start walking to the area.
I'll say there's like a 5-minute period before Thou could lead them to you guys. Is there any last bit of questioning or roleplay or investigation that you guys want to do?
I just to gauge her reaction, I am just gonna kind of, just casually like start walking around the copse of tree, the copse,
It's a cops.
cops, sorry.
Everything okay, dearie?
Yeah, it's really nice out here. Where I'm from, we don't see I'm from underground, so I'm still getting used to the surface world, as you can say. So just taking in the sights, and I'm gonna kind of move away to see the side of the building.
Are you gonna look at the side of the building or like what?
Yeah. Well, just like if we're sitting in front of the building, I'm just gonna like walk over so like I can just look over to the right and just see like the side of the building. I don't know. I'm looking for a grave. Is basically what I'm looking for.
Don't see a grave, but you do see the big sinkhole that Penelope was talking about. Probably like not like by the house, maybe like 40-ish feet away.
Oh, wow. That's a big hole in the ground. I'm gonna walk up and peer down into the hole.
Yeah, we can just go off your previous perception check. You do see a grave at the bottom of the hole.
Okay. Is it covered?
It looks still sealed.
It looks sealed. Is there a headstone?
There is like some like tree branches and stuff.
That's it. Okay. And there's nothing else around it. It doesn't look. Does it look like there's been anybody around it recently?
I couldn't give you that same perception check for that. You'd have to give me a new one.
Okay. Let's see. Oh,
Jesus Christ. There are footprints around the gravesite.
do they look like they'd be the footprints of a elf woman?
That I cannot tell you.
Okay. All right. Then I'm just gonna kind of make my way back over to Holo and just point like, you go down in the hole? Seems awfully dangerous.
What do you mean?
The giant sinkhole over there. You know, it's got footprints down there.
Oh, yes, yes. I mean, of course, don't you want to search the area before you move in, so to speak, right?
Yeah, the grave down there didn't weird you out anyway, and it would weird me out. Don't want to get haunted or whatnot.
People have been buried in stranger places. Are you quite all right? You seem to have a lot of particular questions.
I'm just a curious little fellow. What can I say?
Huh. Well, nothing wrong with a bit of curiosity.
I don't think so. In my experience, people get punished for their curiosity, but curiosity should be embraced.
Kind looks at you with a lifted eyebrow and then looks at you, Holo.
Most people aren't curious about what it would be like to fall off a cliff either.
I don't know. You know, sure, magic could get involved to make the fall not hurt as much, and be interesting to see what it feels like to jump off a cliff.
Go ahead and experiment then.
Well, I'll have to ask Sal somehow to make sure I don't die.
So thoughtful.
Yeah, just food for thought. And I guess at this point, the conversation just meander into, time killer.
Thal, Basil, you guys do arrive with Amelia and Penelope in tow.
Any immediate reactions?
Penelope does kind of hold Amelia back for a second as they both kind of stare dumbfounded at them. Mama? Amelia will say. Which Lisa will look over at them and then look back at you, Cabin Hollow, and just go, those are the rest of your friends.
Yep, that's our group.
Yeah, our friends. Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's good. For whatever reason, I thought there would be more. I suppose I have to go gather up some.
Do Holo and I, did we hear Amelia say "Mama"?
Nope, but Thal and Basil definitely did.
Yeah, with that recognition, Thalrin will call out, "Do you not recognize the two that stand with me?"
Lisa, taking a moment to ponder her thoughts and looks up, and she just goes, Should I?
Shouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't think so. I've only been here a month.
Do you have a twin sister, perchance?
No, no. No sisters, no brothers, no kids.
And you really don't recognize them?
You are all acting rather strange. Now, I'm happy to share
Yeah.
my home with you, but this line of questioning is starting to make me uncomfortable.
Right. Well, Amelia, Penelope, do you recognize who this is? And I will call out towards them.
Penelope will approach to you all slowly and just go, There's no way you are mothers, right? In which Lisa responds and beautiful as you all are, that I would love that you all be my kids. No, I don't know who you two are. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not bringing back any painful memories.
I just real quick, while they're distracted, I am gonna like get up close to Holo and whisper to her. There's a rotten smell in the air. Literally.
Can Holo confirm that?
You could try. But don't you have advantage on perception checks when it comes to smell?
No. I think I was shapeshifted when I was relying on that.
I'm gonna
But
say you do anyways.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Huh.
No, it just smells like pumpkin pie to you.
In your mind, Holo does say, can't smell it, but it's awfully coincidental that they would find someone identical to their mother here at her gravesite. Something is off.
Yeah. While they're distracted, I'm gonna go take a look inside.
I'm gonna try to enter her home.
Only if I'm waiting on. I told Holo this. I won't move unless Holo like nods or gives me a reason not to.
Can Holo tell what you're doing?
Well, I said it to you.
Okay.
Isn't your
Holo
mind
nods.
thing we can go back and forth?
Yeah, that's what we established. So Holo will give the nod to you. Holo will also say to Thal and Basil, prepare for battle just in case something's off.
Very well.
And yeah, Kabi's gonna slowly step back while they all talk and head towards the front door of the shack.
And Holo will hit her with a question that's going to draw her attention.
Give me the question.
Now, I hate to be rude, but this is the gravesite of their late mother. You're here, you're identical to their mother. That is too many coincidences at once. Care to comment?
I will give Kabi advantage on that stealth check.
All right. Want me to do that first?
Yeah. Let's see if he can
Okay.
beat, let's say, a 19.
Oh, damn. What?
I knew it was gonna happen too. Anyway, back to Holo and Lisa. Oh, well, I honestly not really quite sure how to respond to that. I don't know them. I don't know their mother. I've only been here a month, like I said. As many coincidences as it might be, how similar I look to their mother, I still don't know them.
Well, there's an easy way to solve this. The grave of their mother is nearby, no? We can check inside. If there's a body, well, that is something we can discuss. However, if there's no body, well, that would be quite interesting.
She does kind of turn around to see you, Kagi, like sneaking into her home. And she goes, "Hey, hey, okay, all right, that's enough. You all come here. You march to my home. I'm offering you refuge out of the kindness of my heart. You hit me with all these questions and demands. Your friends are trying to sneak into my home. You're asking me to inspect grave sites. I don't understand what's going on. I think you all need to leave."
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. And I will look at the party and like give them the look of, oh no, I can still talk telepathically to Holo. Uh, somebody should grab her.
What did you have in mind?
I tell Thal to cast hold person, and you and Basil, if she resists that, get ready to subdue her. Like literally grab her.
I can ask her to let you inspect her home. And if she refuses, then yeah, we might need to do something more serious. I get the feeling if you go inside, whatever this creature is, you'll find out pretty quick.
Well, okay. Before you ask her, ask Sal to get ready, and if she refuses, he should cast.
Do I have enough time to say all these things?
I
Mr.
mean,
Jeff?
she's as of right now, she's just asking you all to leave. So, yes, she hasn't bared any hostile intent yet.
Okay. Hello will do that. Hey, what'd you say? I hate playing telephone. Just tell me what to say and I'll repeat that verbatim to Thal and Basil.
Okay. Tell Thal that after depending on how she responds to your question about whether or not I can search the house, if she refuses, ask Sal to cast hold person on her. And if it fails, you and Basil grab her.
Thal repeats those words in her mind to the minds of those two.
Valrin will go ahead and acknowledge. Um, luckily enough, I do have it as one of my prepared spells.
Also, be aware you're gonna burn a spell slot if you prepare it, regardless.
Yeah, true enough. But yeah, I mean, I will be ready.
How about this? Hobby's just gonna peek in your house, and if there's nothing suspicious, we will stay here. We will compensate you for this rudeness. And in There's nothing suspicious. We will find another place to stay. Will you
I
let
don't-
Kavi inside?
Look, you don't have the authority to inspect me. No, leave, please.
Are you going to stop Kavi? Kavi, go ahead.
I
We will
will.
not stop you.
I'll open the front door.
And you open the front door. She just says, "What do you want, bandits? And that's what's going on. You want gold or something?"
Has she made any move to stop us?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to step into the shack and turn my back to her and begin looking around.
She does look closely to how you step through the door.
What? What do you mean by that?
I mean, she watches you as you step through the door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna step through the door.
And that's it. Yeah. So you go in. It does look like a regular hut.
Okay, I'm gonna start rummaging around, lifting up the bed, looking behind any tables or shelves.
You need an investigation check.
Okay.
Oh wow,
You
killing it
can't
on
stealth for
everything.
shit, but
As you are looking through the hut and you're going through things and touching the walls and pushing things to the side, one thing you do notice is that for whatever reason, the hut feels smaller inside than it looks on the outside.
okay. As in, can I tell if it's because there's an extra wall inside that shouldn't be there, or would you know, barring that, would Kabi assume that it's magic?
I can't tell you how Copy would take that information.
Okay,
You
so
just
then I
know it
guess
feels smaller in here as you check through it. It doesn't seem like an extra wall, but it does feel smaller.
okay. And is there any sort of magical totems or catalyst or a spell book, or maybe going back to I smelled something decaying. Is there still the strong a smell of decay inside? Or
The
rotting, you
smell,
described it as rotting.
the smell of rot is still around, but you don't find any artifacts or totems or anything like that.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna walk out. Wow. There's nothing immediately seen. I couldn't immediately find anything, but I don't know. It's just it looks like it should be bigger.
Well, dearie, I don't know how to respond to that.
And how do you explain the subtle rotting smell underneath your pumpkins and flowers?
It's the forest. There are dying animals everywhere you go.
No, this definitely isn't. We've been in the forest for a while now. I've gotten quite accustomed to the smell of the forest. This is something more more death.
Well, since you're the grand investigators here, bandits or the like, why don't you tell me what's going on?
While they're talking, and since nothing has been like hostile, can Thalrin move towards the giant hole with the coffin inside of it?
It's not a coffin, it's a little gravesite, but yeah.
Oh, well, great. So yeah. So I mean, once he gets there, he'll go on down inside and attempt to open up the coffin.
Oh, you're gonna go inside the sinkhole.
Yeah, yeah. I'm good. We're diving in.
And by the way, this is a large sinkhole. It's like 100 feet wide.
Oh my
Oh
god!
Jesus.
And
Okay.
they
Um.
buried her in the middle of it.
Yeah. We said 100 feet wide. How, like, from top of surface to bottom of hole? How far is that?
Oh, it's just like 30 feet down.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll hop on down. So like
Yeah.
use the dirt to kind of like slow the fall.
Yeah, I would say you kind of slide down the side of it. So you're just going straight to the cave, or what?
You said what? What did you say, that, Jeff?
Oh, I said, are you going just straight to the grave and like digging in, or like what you doing?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So he'll while everybody's talking, he'll start moving with purpose. Towards the whole area. Once he gets there, he'll like I said, slide on down the dirt until he gets to the bottom, and then begin working to if there's dirt in the way, clear it off, and then unlatch the coffin casket.
No
Whichever.
casket. You kind of just dig out the dirt using whatever means you feel like using. You do see a skeleton there with, bits of red hair and so forth.
So there is a skeleton here. Interesting. I guess would I be able to tell an elf skeleton from anyone else's skeleton?
You can give me a hell of a medicine check.
Fair. Uh, I don't know shit.
It's a skeleton.
Yeah, I guess if that's the case, Thauron will call up. There's a skeleton down here. I can't tell if it is their mother or not, but one is here nonetheless.
You guys can see Penelope and Amelia are kind of distraught at everything going on. Tears kind of welling up in Amelia's eyes.
I'll cast Detect Thoughts and try to push into her mind to find out who she is.
Ooh!
Spicy.
Let's just stab her.
So I'll say 15. It is a wisdom save. So emotional state, something that looms large in its mind, worries over of love, hate. And she'll know if either way, if I succeed or fail, she's know I'm probing.
Well, hold on. Let me see here.
Doesn't work if it has an intelligence of 3 or lower.
She does resist the spell. And she goes, having fun probing them, Missy.
She's Penelope Amelia. She is identical to your mother.
Penelope just cover her mouth and then just nod her head.
Did your mother have any scars or birthmarks?
Whoa, 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 whoa! What is
Whoa.
Whoa!
To attack her?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Okay, let's go.
Crit definitely hits.
Ow!
As you slash her for that much damage, she kind of just falls to the ground, acid kind of fuming for her chest, laying there.
Then nothing else happens. She just falls. Does she scream out?
I mean, she does her little yelp, but she falls to the ground.
What the hell is going on?
There is no reason for her to share the same visage as their mother. If they are living, they should know better than to take on that visage. And we gave her opportunities to fess up to taking on that visage. And Holo will proceed to grab the corpse and drag it into the woods.
Oh my gosh, he's dead.
As you attempt to grab the corpse, it disappears in front of you.
Oh shit!
Kabi's gonna draw his daggers.
It's a trap.
On guard, everyone. We don't know what's here.
Okay. Is this rotting smell still there?
Oh, yes.
Is it starting to go away?
No. As a matter
No?
of fact, after she disappears, you can see the hut starts to look more ragged and small. The
It's
pumpkins themselves look rotten and dilapidated, and the woods and trees around you seem kind of shifty.
oh. Okay.
After
Ah.
And you all hear a voice in your head that just says, "You all just couldn't leave well enough alone." Hmm?
How dare you take on their mother's visage? And I've been called an abomination. You will be dispelled from these woods.
So hostile. If it's the form that you dislike, I can always change it. I just ask again that you all leave.
Who are you?
I'm Lisa. That much is true.
Then why lie to us?
Merely protecting myself.
Can you show yourself so we know who we're talking to?
I don't trust in your ability to not be hostile.
Okay.
I will give you all this option. Leave now or suffer the consequences.
We could we ask you a few questions first relating to certain events happening in Woodhurst, or have you really only been here for a month?
I am no longer here to bargain with you. Leave now or suffer the consequences.
We don't have energy to spend on this. I think we might need to just leave this. We have too much at stake for the rest of the day.
All right. Yep. Kabi's gonna put his daggers back in his sheaths and hold his hands up and just go, "We'll leave."
Amelia's going to draw her sword.
Oh, never mind.
Interesting.
Amelia, what you doing?
That thing took my mother's form. Surely we're not just going to leave it here. Besides, we need
Uh,
the sinkhole for the camp.
We can look for something else. I don't think this is related to what's going on in Woodhurst, so we should not expend our energy here, as Holo said.
Emilia kind of looks to you, Fowl, and just goes, now, what do you think?
I think this entity will certainly be a danger, one way or the other. However, if we are to stay and potentially battle it, it would need to be all of us and not just some of us.
Hello, are you sure about leaving here?
Does your justice tell you that we need to take care of this?
How would you feel for an unknown creature to take the form of your dead mother?
Not well. But I also know that my mother, if died and was still aware, she would not want me to risk something just for her honor. Would your mother want you to risk your life to uphold hers, her honor? If so, I'm with you. We will fight her.
Amelia looks agitated, as does Penelope, also just sitting there kind of frustrated. Her hand was also on her sword hilt. Penelope just says, okay, let's go. Let's just leave here. This is an issue for another day between the Drake family.
I think that might be a mistake. Pretend that this has nothing to do with goings on is naive. Fortunately, we have stumbled upon this, and now we must resolve it. It took that form for a reason.
That is well said. Cole lights a torch and heads towards the house,
Ah,
and she will toss it in, well lit.
Ooh. Once. Sorry, I was being a fatty and chowing down. As you throw the torch into the hut, you hear the woman scream, no! The hut burns, and what you guys hear is a sound of, let's say, like tens and twenties of souls screaming.
Cole will back up and just be prepared should anything come out.
Yeah,
This
Basil.
map right here is a placeholder.
it's white.
All white.
I was just super zoomed in. I just got.
Hoping that doesn't show all the information.
We just see all white. Oh, Oh, we see everything. Close it. Close it.
Close
Too late
it.
though. I saw it.
Oh no, but my suspicions were confirmed.
It's being really weird right now. Oh, sorry, y'all.
From the journal. Delete it because we could see it. Delete it.
Ah. Nobody be nosy. No one look.
Too late. I've been looking. I can't stop looking.
I saw nothing. I saw words and backed out. Night Hag is a wild name, though.
Adventure signs. Come on, go for it.
That is unfortunate. But yeah, what you guys saw was this dark visage of an old, cranky woman. Decayed purple skin, long black hair, dressed in ragged brown robes. She has 3 arms, oddly enough. Not normal for night hags, but I'm saying that because, yeah. And she stares before you and she goes, "What have you done? All my work!"
Now you
And I
said
would.
you'd fight us. You could still run.
She kind of gives a low growl as she has her arms, 3 arms, get in position, preparing to cast this spell. And that's where we'll leave it for tonight, fellas.
What?
That's 4 hours in. Come on. You know.
It's almost
Come
8:30.
no.
Come on.
It's almost 8:30.
10 minutes of like a quick little spell combat, you know?
No, because we don't like to stop session in the middle of combat.
I know, I'm just being difficult.
Not our Saturday sessions are supposed to go.
Are they?
I agree with that.
I thought that was the plan since we only meet every other week.
I thought it was
4 hours. A little longer.
3:43 according to my timer down here. That's about what we do on Wednesdays as well.
I need to work on that. Would you guys say 9 o'clock is a better stopping point?
for our Saturday games. I'm good with that. I don't have work in the morning.
Fine by me, you know? Feel free to like start that trend right now if you like.
No, we're not going to start that today.
Boo. Nah, it's fine. I feel you.